We invite you to watch how we clear the views on all matters through our partner station MITV on DSTV channel 255, 7 p.m. daily, and also our YouTube and Facebook pages under one name, Clearview News Desk every day. We call it the People's News, as we are available to come over and cover your events upon notice. Or do you have news you want us to broadcast? Send it in. We verify and go to town with it. All for you. Go ahead, engage us to thrash out those naughty issues on the news. And what we need from you is to share and subscribe. More important, convince your loved ones, friends, relatives, co-worshippers, and more to subscribe so as to be getting notifications as we break the news. Go a step further, like the news, and drop your thoughts on the comment section. Clearview News. We clear the view one time and for all time.
Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. As Euro 2024 generates sensation across Germany, Clearview's correspondent analyzes teams that could bring surprises. Lagos, Nigeria stands still as Afro-Pop Award winner Davido weds Chioma in grand style. 6 teenagers drown in rivers while returning from junior WAEC exam Tuesday evening. I am Gloria Atta with these and more. Welcome. At last, Nigerian chef Chioma has formally become the traditionally recognized wife of award-winning Afro-pop sensation Davido, real name David Adeleke. The star-studded wedding ceremony tagged Davido 2024 will go down as one of the most sensational weddings in Lagos, the commercial nerve center of Nigeria. Clearview brings you the grand entry of Loverboy and his people.
The much anticipated marriage attracted dignitaries, including governors, high-profile traditional rulers, celebrities, and former President Olusegun Obasanjo, a revered elder statesman, amongst others. The event, tagged Davido 2024, has become the most talked about event in the country, gathering so much attention and excitement from fans and media who flooded the internet with wedding photos and videos of the influential couple. The ceremony came about 2 weeks after Davido confirmed his wedding to the chef, with the 30 BG boys posting their pre-wedding photos to set the tone for one of the most anticipated events in the nation's entertainment cycle. Davido 2024 dominated trends on major social media platforms ahead of the grand event and reached the crescendo when Davido and Chioma tied the knot. The Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, was also spotted at the ceremony wearing his signature white dress and beaded crown. Highlights of the momentous event was the moment the couple were gifted a brand new sport utility vehicle by a leading automobile company. The society wedding will certainly continue to be the talk of town for a lot of reasons.
Ajalugo, Naso, you find, you get respect, you get everything, you get back, you get front, you get Canada, Tabiku, Chiquito, and the map, and the Bradepo.
Eunice Ella is reporting for Clearview News Desk.
And in sports, the Euro 2024, currently taking place in Germany, got teams fighting to be crowned Europe men's football champions. The pre-tournament favorites have all got off to winning starts, with hosts Germany and the likes of France, England, Spain, all recording victories while keeping clean sheets. However, there are many nations who have potentially gone under the radar and whose potential seem to be shining. In this report, our correspondent takes you through teams that could spring a surprise at the 2024 Euro Men's Football Championship in Germany.
First on the list of the potential underdogs of the Euro 2024 who could spring surprise is Romania. Romania had been a point of discussion before the start of the tournament on 14th June, despite topping their qualifying group ahead of Switzerland, who reached the quarter-finals at Euro 2020 held in 2021. However, only 6 teams qualified for Euro 2024 unbeaten, making Romania one of them. And there is no doubt that Romania has one of the standout performances of the tournament, proving their preparedness for the crown. A good result for Romania would give them an advantage at the knockout stages. Next is Slovakia, as they got off to an impressive winning start, competing in their 3rd consecutive European Championship as an independent nation, having a solid squad, led by Italian manager Francesco Calzona and supported by his backroom staff, Slovak's football legend Marek Hamšík. Also on the list is Slovenia, who are back at the Euros for the first time in 24 years. Slovenia have a point to prove in a group having England, Serbia, and Denmark. Coming into the tournament with less expectation than their Group C counterparts, they are determined to get to the knockout stages and even go further into the competition. Despite being drawn into a tough group, Austria came into the tournament in decent form. Under new manager Ralf Rangnick, they were unlucky to lose to France with an own goal in a 1-0 defeat. However, their solid defensive organization and tactical prowess makes them a team not to be overlooked. Finally is Serbia. Despite not having a strong squad, they hope to do better. Amid opening day defeats, they made it difficult for England to have a smooth ride. With the likes of Dusan Tadic and Aleksandar Mitrovic among their ranks, Serbia cannot be underestimated. Eunice Ella is reporting for Clearview News Desk.
Now, away from sports, former council chairmen in Rivers State are protesting the expiration of their tenure on June 17, 2024, and are calling on the Nigerian police to continue occupying council secretariats pending the outcome of their appeal at the appellate court.
Former chairmen from Port Harcourt City Council, Obiakpo, Gokana and Thai local government areas staged separate protests in their respective local government areas, expressing concern over the role of organized labor in the political crisis in Rivers State. The former council chairman criticized the constitution of caretaker committee chairman by Governor Similayo Fubara as alien to all known laws. Other stakeholders joined the protests, vowing to continue pressing for their legitimate rights.
We must defend this democracy. And the beauty of democracy is respect for the rule of law. That is what we stand for. And that is what we stand to defend at every given point in time. We are not going to relent from that.
We are law-abiding, we are not making trouble. We are encouraging the police to do their best. Let this place remain sealed up. Let nobody come in or go out. The property of the local government must be under protection until when the day the court speaks. Whatever becomes the outcome of the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court is what we are going to stand on. Yes. We will not make trouble, we will not destroy anything, but let nobody come and look for our trouble.
Was to be vigilant, you know. We try to avoid a situation where the Nigerian Labour Congress, the TUC, and other affiliate bodies will not sell a dummy to us. Recall that they too had said they were going to shelve their planned protest. But at all times we are enjoined to be vigilant, that people. who are here in solidarity with the police, just in case the NLC turned politicians, TUC turned politicians, Nolge. You know that Nolge is part of the illegal caretaker committee.
The issue of formation of a caretaker is very alien to the constitution of our dear state. And we stand here with our people to say that we don't want any caretaker in Gokana. First, we commend the Inspector General of Police for what he has done to have blocked all the areas. If not, there would have been virtually breakdown of law and order. Our appeal very strongly to the governor of the state that should conduct local government elections and the people should exercise their own franchise.
I want to commend firstly, the IG for acting swiftly to maintain peace, because exactly this is their main aim and objectives, is to maintain peace and order in every situation. And I want to commend him for acting swift to take over the councils to avoid this anarchy that may have befallen the state.
We're here to make peace and order. We want peace in our state. We want peace in our LGAs. We have come to tell the police to stay.
The crisis reached a boiling point last Tuesday when Governor Fubara swore in caretaker committee chairman to replace the council chairman whose tenure expired on June 17, 2024. The former chairman insists that their tenure is still valid and are seeking legal recourse. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
6 secondary school students have drowned in the Mbang River in Ribang village in Kauru local government area of Kaduna State. The teenagers, according to reports, drowned while returning from a junior WAEC exam at about 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The victims, identified as Manasseh Monday, Musa John, Pius David, Monday Ayuba, David Danlami, and Yauza Audu, were students of Government Secondary School Fedan Chawai. The National Public Relations Officer of Ribang Development Association, Pastor Simon Ishaku, who confirmed the incident to newsmen on Wednesday, said 3 dead bodies have already been recovered and buried. He added that there are still 3 missing, as locals have not been able to recover them out of the river. Ishaku also told newsmen that the Mbang River had been a death trap over the years, noting that before the community could access any school or any hospital facility, they would have to travel for about 8 kilometers. He therefore called on the federal government, state governor, and House of Representative members to assist the community with a school, hospital, access road, and a bridge in order to bring succor to the community. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Police Public Relations Officer, ASP Mansir Hassan, has yet to issue an official statement on the incident. The Rivers State government says it has found the suspect who detonated an explosive device near the state-owned presidential hotel during a pro-police protest in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. A substance believed to be dynamite went off near the presidential hotel axis of the Aba Expressway, causing panic in the area. This came less than 24 hours after the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adeze Ore, alerted management of both public and private medical facilities in the state on the identity of the suspect, injury signs, and the need to detain him if found. However, later on Tuesday night, Ore told newsmen that the yet-to-be-identified suspected bomber was rushed to the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital for treatment by his friends, who are now at large. She explained that those who brought the man to the facility claimed that he was involved in a road accident when he arrived at the hospital. The health commissioner, however, disclosed that the suspect is now stable after receiving medical attention at the facility, adding that her team is currently working with the Rivers State Police Command to ensure that the hospital premises and its perimeter is fully secured. Meanwhile, efforts to reach the State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, on Wednesday morning proved abortive as his mobile phone was not connecting. The World Drug Report 2024, as released by the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, says 292 million people worldwide used drugs in 2022, which is a 20% increase over the past decade. The report highlights the emergence of new synthetic opioids, a surge in cocaine production, and the impacts of cannabis legalization and its psychoactive hallucinogen. Drug trafficking has empowered organized crime groups, contributing to environmental degradation and human rights abuses with cocaine production, hitting a record high in 2022, fueling violence and health harms in destination countries. Meanwhile, cannabis legalization has led to increased harmful use and hospitalizations in some jurisdictions. The report emphasizes the need for evidence-based drug policies, increased access to treatment, and addressing the root causes of drug use disorders. It also highlights the importance of protecting the environment and promoting human rights in drug control efforts. Drug use among Nigerian youths has become a growing concern in recent years. The statistics are alarming, with over 11% of young Nigerians engaging in the abuse of hard drugs such as syrup, tramadol, cocaine, and shisha mix. Why is this proving to be a menace for authorities in the West African country, and what can be done to combat this negative trend that is eating deep into the life of young Nigerians? Clearview's correspondent brings us details.
Statistics have it that Nigeria is the largest cannabis-producing country in West Africa. Marijuana is a drug that comes from the flowers and leaves of the cannabis plant. These parts of the plant are dried and then either smoked as cigarettes or consumed in other ways. People consume marijuana in order to alter their state of consciousness or achieve a state of relaxation. This experience can be achieved through different means, including smoking, vaporizing, or eating food with marijuana cooked in as ingredients. Angela Brown, a mental health advocate, takes us through different types of drugs and the effects it can have on young minds.
Right now, we're having a problem and we're educating them. There's SK, there's Arizona, there's Loud, there's Solution, there's Black Mamba, there's Pit Toilet, Colorado First and Second, the Mburumiri, there's the Blue Ice, Vanilla Girl, White Chips. I mean, there's so many of them. And people don't understand, because there's really this issue, this big debate on whether marijuana is good for you or not good for you. Yes, it's ongoing. There's some properties of marijuana that has been found to help. But marijuana is still a drug. And the THC in the marijuana is what our people is really messing with them. And the sad thing is that most of the marijuana in Nigeria is not really marijuana. It's like 20% marijuana and other chemicals infused. So the SK is not marijuana. It's not straight marijuana. It's mixed with other things, cocaine, rat poison. There's so many things, all the chemical compounds, methamphetamine, there's so many things they do to SK, Arizona, Loud, Solution. So you actually, I'm smoking weed, I'm smoking marijuana, but you're actually not. You're taking 20% marijuana and the rest is all chemical compounds that will surely kill you.
Brown also took time to advise young people who do drugs as an escape to seek help and not destroy their lives using cheap means.
Right now in Nigeria, the drug issue is a pandemic. It's like really bad, and we also need to create awareness with the rehab, with saying no to drugs. Mental health is important. Mental health must be advocated. Mental health must be known. Mental health must be addressed. It is a problem. So young people, if you're youth, I think that you need to find a resource, get some help, have that conversation, talk about it, You know, even if you're, talk about it to your friends, talk about it to your peers, you know, talk about it. And right now, what our foundation is trying to do, especially for the youth, is educate them on youth mental health first aid, so that they're able to recognize these issues in their peers and be able to help their peers out, or get a trusted adult to be able to help out.
Though there are calls for legalization of whole cannabis medicine as a breakthrough for patients in severe pain like cancer, medical whole cannabis uses the entire cannabis plant, which includes the compound THC. The battery can make people feel high. Some specialists say there's an insufficient evidence of the drug's safety and benefits to support prescription. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
If you are just joining us, you're watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We will be back after this break. Stay with us. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Welcome back. The Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, in partnership with the Initiative for Climate Action Transparency, have converged stakeholders in Abuja, the nation's capital, to validate the Just and Gender-Inclusive Transition World Resource Institute roadmap, which will set the precedence for further actions on a just transition for all to a green economy. Clearview News' Mefonokon has the details.
Recall the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, in partnership with the Initiative for Climate Action Transparency, ICAT, and the World Resource Institute, initiated the Nigeria ICAT project aimed at developing the MRV indicators and tools to track the implementation of the Paris Agreement with focus on oil and gas, transport, agriculture, forestry, and other land uses sectors. Declaring the workshop opened, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, Ismaila Abubakar, appreciated ICAT for providing required data and information necessary for a quality outcome of the project, while ICAT Director, Hinin Westa, called for a strong, transparent framework for effective climate actions.
It is necessary to bear in mind that the obligation to ensure just transition is shared among us all, the public and the private sector and civil society organizations. I therefore implore you to contribute your modest by going through the reports and engaging in sessions, making your contributions and comments where necessary, and validating the report, taking into account your comments and contributions.
As you know far too well in Nigeria, climate action currently is not sufficient. To achieve the objectives of the Paris Agreement, climate action needs to be seriously scaled up. The global economy will need significant changes. It requires a fundamental transformation.
Stakeholders at the event said the insights and recommendations generated during the course of this project will undoubtedly serve as a foundation for more equitable and sustainable climate solutions in Nigeria.
With the consultants finishing their work, I believe the report will assist the roadmap for the steadfastness and contribution to the just transition and other related issues.
While we look forward to increased collaboration, we must be cautious of the penchant to commercialize climate change response through carbon market initiatives. We must be wary of the danger this poses to the sovereignty of developing countries.
Women are affected unproportionally when it comes to transition, because most of the impact women bear the brunt. So that is why it is necessary and it is important for gender inclusion and gender inclusiveness in any just transition program.
It is hoped that by 2030, this transition will be inclusive, ensuring that all citizens, especially the most vulnerable, benefit from the economic and social opportunities created by a green economy. Imefon Okon, reporting for Clearview News.
Teams are already slugging it out in the Euro 2024, currently taking place across Germany. They are fighting to be crowned Europe men's football champions. Clearview has, however, discovered many nations who have potentially gone under the radar, who still have their potentials shining and could spring a surprise at the 2024 Euro. Award-winning musician David Adeleke, also known as Davido, has described the day of his wedding with his longtime partner, Chioma Rowland, as the best day of his life. The wedding, which was staged in Lagos State, attracted dignitaries including governors, high-profile traditional rulers and celebrities, among others, who graced the occasion that became the most trending event in the country. We also told you that 6 teenagers have drowned in the Mbang River this Tuesday in Mbang Village, Kauru local government area, Kaduna State, while returning from a junior WAEC exam at about 5:30 p.m. The victims, whose ages range from 15 to 19, were students of Government Secondary School, Fadan Chawai, writing the West African Junior School examination. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.
We invite you to watch how we clear the views on all matters through our partner station MITV on DSTV channel 255, 7 p.m. daily, and also our YouTube and Facebook pages under one name, Clearview News Desk every day. We call it The People's News, as we are available to come over and cover your events upon notice. Or do you have news you want us to broadcast? Send it in. We verify and go to town with it. All for you. Go ahead, engage us to thrash out those knotty issues on the news. And what we need from you is to share and subscribe. More important, convince your loved ones, friends, relatives, co-worshippers, and more to subscribe so as to be getting notifications as we break the news. Go a step further, like the news, and drop your thoughts on the comment section. Clearview News. We clear the view one time and for all time.